My name is Willie Todd Jr., and I'm the 9th president of Denmark Technical College. On behalf of our entire college family, I bring you greetings as I forge onward and continue providing a quality education to our students, primarily from rural South Carolina. I'm also humbled and honored to be the recipient of this year's South Carolina Commission for Minority Affairs Rising Star Award. The theme is focused on the concept of still standing, and it reminds me of Denmark Technical College's theme of forging onward despite obstacles. I was born in rural Georgia in a small town called West Point, grew up in Decatur, Georgia, and am a product of the DeKalb County school system. My journey started at what was a small 2-year college in Decatur, Georgia, Georgia State University at Perimeter College. Were it not for a school like Denmark Technical College, I'm certain that I would be the personification of the negative stereotypes of African American males today. I went on to receive a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in English from Albany State University, a PhD in English from Georgia State University, and a master's degree post-PhD at Regent University in Higher Education Administration. After my baccalaureate degree, I immediately began my career where I've worked in higher education for the past 26 years in a variety of roles, from residence hall supervisor to writing lab coordinator, to undergraduate program coordinator for the English department, from instructor to full English professor, from director of student activities to Executive Director for Student Affairs, from Associate Vice Provost, then Vice Provost, to Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. I am the embodiment of the American dream. Through education and hard work, to rise from a first-generation college student from a rural community, now to a college president. And this 26-year excursion has been quite the journey, and has taught me strategies needed to transform an institution into a high-performing model of excellence. From a public 2-year college to a 4-year private university, back to a 2-year public college. At my core, I am and probably always will consider myself both a student, as a life learner, and as a faculty member, as a life teacher. As a learning leader, it is very important to me that I set the stage for collaboration from the very beginning. This is how I've been able to transform educational entities in my past, and this is my approach as we continue to make transformational moves at Denmark Technical College. It was President Franklin Delano Roosevelt who provided a mantra that I adopted early into my career. And it says, the test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It's whether we provide enough to those who have too little. So our mantra at Denmark Tech is culture built on learning by doing. What we do is we're building the capacity of staff and faculty. It's our business, and I enjoy every minute of engagement. Thus, we started working on a culture shift where excellence is the norm and the administration leads by example. And I could not have created this transformation without the premier cabinet, faculty, staff, and students at Denmark Tech who invested in creating what I like to call the new Denmark Technical College. From my January 6, 2020 announcement as the 9th president to my actual first day on January 13, 2020, we began working tirelessly to transform our institution. And I don't care how long you've been in higher education, these are unprecedented times. I often refer to it as flying the plane and building it at the same time. So COVID-19, early March 2020, we had to make plans for a different type of experience. And that experience was not only transformational for me, but for the entire world. It shut down the state of South Carolina. And as odd as this may sound, the pandemic brought about opportunities for growth, which have actually been a blessing for the college. It allowed us to effectively evaluate all academic programs and realign them to industry standards. We were able to strengthen the technological infrastructure of the campus. It gave us time to create a new website and place an intentional focus on fundraising and alumni building. We reestablished ties to the community, especially those who suffered due to race relations. In essence, it gave us time to inspect what we expect. And thus the transformation began at warp speed. And we've been forging onward using a multi-pronged approach, a new strategic plan, a new master plan, heightened focus on advancing academic affairs, renewed energy on increasing enrollment. We reevaluated the admissions process step by step to increase touch points. We created dynamic forms online for all admissions and housing processes. We embraced online transcripts. We renewed a focus on retention, and we improved wraparound services for our students, many who come from rural and underserved communities. We even developed the First Day Success model with a new electronic textbook delivery model, and placed more focus on co-curricular engagement and leadership development, more focus on developing essential skills, what most people refer to as soft skills. We increased fundraising. And I tell you this, I don't believe in coincidence. Denmark Tech is where I am meant to be. The trajectory of my past has keenly and acutely prepared me for this moment. And I wholeheartedly believe that God has blessed me with the ability to impact change, and that He has placed me here at this distinct place and time with an amazing team of individuals, each with their own gifts and talents, so that we can move the needle forward. As a product of an HBCU, I understand the vital role that institutions like Denmark Technical College play in the overall success of our students, our community, and our nation. And I know the disparity that exists in rural America and many underserved populations, and I want to make sure that the quality higher education remains accessible to all members of our community. As I stepped into the role of president, I set a plan in motion, and we began to see an immediate impact. In just one short year, we've witnessed an abundance of growth and renewal at Denmark Tech, which has spent the last 4 years addressing concerns from our accrediting body, SCCMA, and just last month, we were fully cleared on probation. In the face of the pandemic, where many across the country have actually shrinked enrollments, we saw an increase in enrollment. So for us, we've been really excited about that. We know that an all-virtual plan would prevent many of our students from attending due in part to broadband and housing insecurity, plus the hands-on nature of many of our programs. So we had to put a plan in place that would allow safe in-person instruction. This year, for the first time, we instituted a fundraising arm at Denmark Tech, and we've already raised hundreds of thousands of dollars to fortify our institution. We've made countless upgrades to the campus, including new furniture in all classrooms, grounds beautification, sweeping technology upgrades, and the renovation of 2 of our residence halls. We've given our website, as I said before, an overhaul, and we're making strides in improving our brand and public presence. We're building relationships throughout the state, making way for opportunities for apprenticeships, internships, job placement, and connection. And although we're not exactly where we want to be yet, we've come so very far. Denmark Tech has endured, just like any of us who've endured adversity, been through peaks and valleys, yet despite the challenges, together we are still standing. To paraphrase the words of the late poet laureate Maya Angelou, still we rise. The future looks bright for Denmark Tech. We will continue to forge relationships with industry, and in the near future, we're looking to introduce several sports to the roster, to restore its robust academic offerings that it held in the proud past when it was known as the South Carolina Area Trade School. We will build a new nursing and health occupations facility so that we can provide more health professionals to the local community and beyond. We're adding cutting-edge programs that will give students the knowledge they need to compete in a 21st century workforce. In essence, we're putting the tech back in Denmark Tech. I've always told myself, no matter where I went, I would go where I could make a difference. Today, I'm living that mantra. So with that in mind, I invite you all to do the same. Whether it's across the globe or in your own backyard, go where you can make a difference. We're on a journey into the bright and bold future that lies before us. Let us not dwell on what once was. While we will never forget the path that we've traveled, let us fix our gaze on the road that lies ahead. Yes, indeed. The dream is alive and well. Together we will continue into tomorrow, forging onward. Thanks again to the South Carolina Commission for Minority Affairs for honoring me and thus Denmark Technical College as we continue our journey to greatness. Denmark Technical College, like the Phoenix, has risen from almost insurmountable obstacles to where it is today. Because our mission focuses on supporting those communities in South Carolina who have little, it is imperative that we be granted the opportunity to continue to be a beacon light for those who study and matriculate under her walls. We are hopeful that you were able to see the resiliency in our institution as we work to serve constituents in rural South Carolina. As a premier educator once said, persistence and resilience only come from having been given the chance to work through difficult problems. And as I often say, you don't have a testimony without first having a test. And trust me, we have a testimony. We've had the opportunity to begin the work to recover from our past, but there's still a lot of work to be done. We humbly thank you for your time today. Stay safe and best wishes, and remember the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please keep me, Denmark Technical College, and each other in your prayers. Thank you.